Testing. Alright, guys, so it's finally time for the update info. Sonic 31st 5th anniversary new update in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. By the way, guys, if I did post this late, I'm really sorry about that because I've just I just gotten sick for like the whole day and I am just recording this at the time that I am pretty much a bit sick. So, but you know what? Let's just go through this update. This over here may not be edited that much, or may not be edited at all because I'm just gonna be reacting to all this. So, yeah, let me just check it up real quick and yeah. Without further ado, guys, let's start this video right now. So, update info, the version 1.4.1 update notice. As you can see here, as I discussed in my previous video, Classic Sonic and his machine is in Sonic Racing Crossroads right now. So let's go. Thank you for all who play Sonic Racing Crossroads. We're releasing the version 1.4.1 patch to make the game even way more enjoyable. You must update to the latest version of the game, and we receive some new content after the version 1.4.1 maintenance. Okay, so let's talk about the versions. So these are going to be the versions that are currently right now. Every single platform from PS5 to Nintendo Switch, Xbox, Steam, and Epic is going to be in the same version 1.4.1. So, new content. By the way, guys, I did not really. This is my first time seeing this patch note. So, if there's going to be balanced patches, then I'm pretty excited for balanced patches. So, we're releasing a special Sonic 35th anniversary update. Classic Sonic blasts onto the screen, bringing a signature vehicle, the Mech Cyclone, along with the 35th anniversary music. New gadgets, balancing updates, and other changes have also been arrived too with the World Championship qualifiers. Legend. Oh my god, bro. No! Well, it was to be expected, guys. As the fun continues, we hope to continue to support for Star Wars Crossroads. So we are gonna have new gadgets and a balance patch. All right, let's go through this. All right, new Sonic 35th anniversary content, classic Sonic, the Mech Cyclone, which I already discussed in my last video, so I don't think I'm going to discuss this again. So this is pretty much obvious. New collaboration decals, added 50 new decals from brand collaborations. That's pretty cool. I would have to check the decals. So yeah, world match and legend competition improvements. Added Dom per ticket chance. Interesting. Oh, so it's going to be like festivals now, huh? Where festivals normally have like two times the tickets, you know? No, no, festival have the two times points, but this time in World Match and Legend competition is going to have double the amount of tickets. I think this is a very good change, dude, especially to those who really want to grind a lot of tickets. I think that is a very good thing to be added, especially since nowadays people don't really play World Match nowadays because they already achieved everything, and the Donpa tickets, but at least this Donpa ticket chance up is going to help to interest more players into grinding more tickets. So I think that's a really good improvement, I'll say. New gadgets, added 8 new gadgets to expand the options for existing playstyles. The question is this going to be broken like the double ring engine? We'll have to see about it later. Competitive balance adjustments for races and gadgets. Okay. Others, added Mandarin voice language. Ooh, hold up. This is actually lit. Now we have more voice options, and one of them is Mandarin. Ooh. By the way, guys, I do speak Mandarin myself, so just a little bit of Mandarin myself. So I'm definitely gonna be using this voice language, that's for sure. Adjusted unlocking timing of friendships. I am not sure what that means, but we have to see about it on game. But I have to find out myself. Change all CPU opponents' icons to robots. Okay, what icons are we talking about though? Is it the name or just the icon? You know what? We have to see about it too, because I also have no idea what that is, but I do get the idea though. Dual Sense wireless controller now supported on Steam and Epic Games. I'm not sure what that means too, but you know what? Alright, add a Sega account feature. Wait, so now on Steam, instead of connecting your account to Steam, you can make a new Sega account to save all your progress? I mean, okay, let's just be honest, okay? If that Sega account option is gonna be good if you're like switching from your original account to another console, I think that's pretty good. So they can still play in the same account and not lose one of them. But how good is the Sega account though? Because when I tried this in Sonic Rumble before, it's pretty complicated. Luckily, I managed to solve this issue, but it's pretty complicated and it got me worried for like pretty sick. So yeah, we'll see how it is. Credits updated, not sure what it is, but I guess it's the people who make the games, I guess. Or the features. Okay, yeah, sure. And live service data for World Championship. I think the World Championship is basically like people competing each other. I'm not going to be joining in because I'm pretty busy for the week, so definitely do not have the time to join this. But to the people who join it, hope you have a good luck. I wish you the best of luck. New content. New Sonic 5th anniversary content. June 23 marks the Sonic Hedgehog's 35th birthday. And this is basically the new festival that's going to be coming out in this weekend, which I already discussed all of this in the last video. So yeah, all this I pretty much explained this in the last video, so it doesn't really matter anyways. You can only know Fame Field Teams for Sonic Mania and Sonic Superstars. Oh, I think those are like the songs, huh? Alright, I'm not gonna really go through all the songs, but to all of you that really likes these songs, here it is. In addition to 35th anniversary tracks from hit music also been added to Jukebox. Alright, not gonna be discussing this either. Oh, decals from this too? Yeah, I just received that from like the last video too, so yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice of a decal. Yusia Ling. I have no idea what the character is, but if you know who this character is, let me know in the comments below. Okay, Sonic 35th Anniversary website. The Sonic 35th Anniversary Festival kicks off at 8 a.m. on June 26th. And join Sonic Races Online in making this an unforgettable birthday bash. Huh, my bad. Okay, these are the new collaboration decals, which is all these brands, which I have no idea what that is, but if you know it, let me know in the comments. Okay, World Match Legend Competition improvements. Double ticket chance up may occur while playing World Match and Legend Competition. So this is how the screen is gonna look like. And okay, I think that's a very double start because especially a lot of people still grinding for the tickets, dude. This is a very good start. So you know what? W game for adding this. New gadgets. Finally, we are explaining this. So this is my first time seeing this. So let's see how this gadget works. So we have ultimate air trick. How many slots is gonna be? Perfect landing? Wait, so it's like perfect landing. So it's like if you're like in mid-air and you just land, it's gonna have a perfect landing? Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure how this would change the game, but we have to see about that. Sorry, man. I'm still kind of sick for a little bit, but yeah. Substitute item. I have no idea what that is, but based on the icon, it looks like the green glove is Hite is cracking open an item. I'm also not too sure what it is too. Invincible finish for 300 meters. Dude, finish? Nah, bro. This is definitely gonna be a three slot. Wait, invincible finish. That means that the players are just gonna be invincible for like the whole day, like the whole final lap. There's no way, right? There's no way, right? Nah, that's gonna be broken. That's actually gonna be broken. Like we do have strong finish, which is just half of the match, like 20 seconds of invincibility, but this is definitely gonna be broken. But if this makes a three slot, then I guess it's pretty fair. But yeah. Collision evolution. That's also pretty interesting. We have collision boost. Now we have collision evolution. Ring evolution. Okay, so we have collision evolution, ring evolution, damage evolution, and item hit evolution. I am not too sure what that is, but we'll have to see about it. So these those air tricks are tactic upgrades. The ultimate air trick, this is definitely gonna be a three slot, huh? So it's gonna be pretty useless, I guess. Perfect landing, I'm not too sure. I'm just gonna guess this is a two slot. Substitute item, I'm also not sure, but it's a support item. Same as invincible finish and stat upgrade. Yeah, man. I have no idea if any of this. I do know for sure this is gonna be pretty broken, but the rest of them I am not too sure about it. So yeah. Okay, the following gadgets previously distributed in festival rewards can now be purchased with double tickets. So which is the speed character kit. Okay. And also some other kits too, like the panel couple kit, drift speedo kit, and other buster kit. Alright, pretty cool. Huh. Competitive balance adjustments. With new version 1.4.1, we aim to boost the viability of existing playstyles across the board. So we added and adjust gadgets accordingly. So we're gonna have balance changes. Are we gonna have balance changes? To support less dominant strategies, focus on air tricks, collision, other attacks, and mercy, a host we rework support. Ooh, wait. Oh, okay. So less dominant strategies because air tricks, collision boosts, item attacks. I mean, if it's air trick and collision, then it makes sense on why it's less dominant. Item attacks, though, in a way, and mercy. I think mercy is definitely not less dominant, but only some of them are less dominant, except for quick recovery. But in addition, okay, let's just keep on going through this. In addition, we reworked certain support gadgets that were difficult to use effectively and added two new ones, ensuring all players have plenty of versatile options. I think that's gonna be pretty good, I would say. I think especially this, so no wonder they have air tricks and collision, huh? I think that's pretty good, you know? I think that's such a good change. But is it gonna be broken? I am not too sure. So we have to see about it too. Existing gadgets that provide stat upgrades has been buffed across the board so that they can perform the same. What? Oh, hold on. What do you mean existing gadgets provide stat? Oh, you mean like the tuners or something? Do you mean like the tuners? I mean, you said existing gadgets, so I'm not too sure what they mean about existing gadgets. And oh, okay, yeah, I just read this and the newly added evolution gadgets. Okay, so they're de oh wait. So the evolution gadgets, oh, because it's a stat upgrade, so Is it gonna change the stats if you either pick one of this? That's gonna be interesting. But yeah, man. You know what? I'm just gonna skip this and just move on forward. We fixed its issue with wing engines where racers can be put into advantage and disadvantage depending on their starting position and reach the effectiveness for some stacking. Oh, double wing engine got nerfed. You know what? I think that's well deserved. I think that's well deserved. We pretty need that, because wing engine is just so broken to the point where it's like other gadget builds can't even compete against both wing engines. So you know what? That's a pretty good change to make. So okay, going forward, more adjustment we made to it. Okay, let's just go through all the balance changes. Yeah, okay. Adjustments to initial rings almost accept time trial all players will have 20 rings at the start of the race. Okay. So it depends on your starting position, huh? Because normally the front row will have 5 rings, the second row will have like 10 rings, and the back row, the last row, have 30 rings. So now they're gonna have. Oh, okay. So all the positions will have 20 rings itself, just rings from like who's in the start you get these rings, or who's in the last you get these rings. All right. Okay. Okay. Initial ring counts difference based on starting positions and also offsets positional advantages. This makes certain ring-related gadgets such as ring engine and less is more easier and harder to activate, depending on where you started. Occasionally creating balancing issues in the beginning of the race, now we believe starting position has a smaller impact on gains. Alright, alright, sure. Festival adjustments. King Boombo and other powerful items like the likelier to appear as the distance between players increases. Okay, ring engine and hyper ring engine gadgets are now used during festivals. You know what? At least it's not going to be like the next warp ring. So yeah, ring engine is broken, but then at least it's not going to be the next warp ring, and at least they did change a little bit. I guess they did change a little bit of ring engine. So yeah, we'll have to see about it too. So we have to see whether if it's still broken. In version 1.3, differences in skill level and spot composition were often key determiners of the race's outcome. However, Ring Engine and Hyper Ring Engine has a notably stronger impact on team racing that they did on most like World Match due to their strong synergy with the invincibility from Super T-Boost and the lack of friendly fire. Oh yeah, that is true. We had to restrict. Okay. Okay, so they now release Ring Engines so that they can see whether if it actually improves. Alright. We'll have to see about it if it's still going to be broken. So, yep. Okay, gadget adjustments. Finally. Finally, some gadget adjustments. We have been waiting for this moment. First off, Hyperwing Engine. Fix an issue where you equip the Hyperwing Engine on its own would not increase your top speed. It now increase top speed by 4 kilometers per hour. Huh, interesting. I actually never knew this, but alright. Alright, Wing Engine and Hyperwing Engine. That is basically gonna be the matter. So let's see how they make these changes. The combined effect of using both wing engine has been adjusted in following ways. The max speed has been lowered. Okay. From 11 kilometers per hour to 9 kilometers per hour. You know, my personal preference is to nerf wing engines itself is to just reduce the speed. Reducing from 11 to 9, I think that's kind of reasonable. Maybe it's still gonna be a bit broken, but I think at least it's a start of a change, you know. So we have to see about it if it's still gonna be broken. Fix an issue where we have fewer rings with increase. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's also an issue too because it's like yeah, because I felt like sometimes, dude, even you have like just one ring, just simple one ring could already like increase your stats drastically. You know what they should do? I think the ring engine, you know, I don't think they should do like, oh, if you increase like just one ring or 10 rings, just any amount of rings. That doesn't mean you have to plus 12 in the stats just like that. I feel like the 12 stat, dude, can only be activated once it hits 100 rings. But then make it to the point where it's like 50 rings can probably just be like increase your stats for like 6 stats or something like that. You know, not just like, oh, just activated one ring and then you already have plus 12. I don't think that's a really good change, you know. I don't think that's going to be a very good idea, you know. So I think they should adjust a bit on the ring engine, at least in my opinion. So, but you know what? At least fix the issue where field rates will increase stress drastically. I think that's a really good change too. While using loadout using both ring engine gadget comes with a drawback of losing every 0.5 seconds. This setup performs better than okay. So I guess they did like I'm not too sure if they did change the losing the draining of rings for any 0.5 seconds, but you know what, man? I think this change is pretty good. I think that's a great start, and on double ring engine, it does not entirely kills double ring engine itself. It's just a slight nerf to it. So you know what? I think that's pretty reasonable. Now, crash pads. Okay, bro. Okay, now it takes up one slot because due to its low win rate and limited impact on match outcomes. Okay, it's one slot, so is it gonna be good? You know, I think one slot is a bit too much, but maybe it's reasonable. I don't know, man, because normally, especially since items now takes 50 rings, dude, I feel like it's just too OP for Crash Pack to be a one slot, but you know what? We have to see about it, alright? Item Keeper. Okay, that's a new change. Item Keeper. Dark Charles now triggers this gadget ability. Okay, so with only empty item slots effect. Ah, okay, so it's like if you have a full inventory, Dark Chow does not change it, huh? Okay, that's oh, not sure if that's a good change or no whatsoever, but the empty item slots that you have, so let's say like your first slot have an item, but the second slot does not, Dark Chow will just add in the items, I feel like. And equipping Item Keeper also prevents you from losing items when targeted by attack lock onto you. Alright, Spin Drift. Hmm. Okay, Spin Drift gets a buff. Okay. This knockback affects when racing with a low power stat has been increased. You mean like if okay, I'm not too sure with this change, but let's just go to the next one. Perfect Charge Boost. Slightly increase the duration of boost caused by the Perfect Charge. Okay, that's I heard there's a new tag for Perfect Charge Boost, but now they are definitely gonna be buffing it, so I guess that's a good change, I guess. Friction Drift. Fix an issue when the player would slow down even when not drifting. Alright. I never knew that was an issue, but you know what? At least that's change. Quick starter and slow starter. Haha. What? Super quick starter and super slow starter has been increased to 60? I feel like that's a bit too much, but I don't know, man. I think super slow starter is like only in the final lap, right? Uh, you know what, man? I never used them before either way, so I guess that's a good buff, I guess. Okay, tutor gadgets. Okay, yeah, I did say about the tutor gadgets. So the stat bonuses granted by gadgets for each machine type has been doubled. Ah, gadget is not a. Okay, so okay, I did use tutor gadgets before, so I know what are the changes. Okay, so now they're plussing 10 to 20, 8 to 4 to 8. I think that's a good change, especially since double wing engine is pretty OP, so I think that's also gonna be a very good change. I'm not too sure if like increase the stats is just gonna be like causing more problems, but you know what, man? I think that's a pretty good change to both tutor gadgets. The stat reduction has not been changed, so that means so it does not affect that much, huh? Alright, sure. Machine gadget kit gadgets. The stat adjust for machine gadgets has been reworked. This gadget will give a 20 boost to one stat. Okay. The 20 plus bonus will remain, but then. Oh. Okay. So so they're just gonna deduct this 16 penalty. Alright. You know what? At least this can help to make machine kit gadgets way more viable, so I ain't complaining about that. Ace Pilot Kit. Flight form stat bonus increase from 10 to 20. Okay. Alright, so I guess they're just increasing the stats more for other kits. So you know what? That's pretty nice. You know? Other updates. New voice language. Mandarin voice language has been added. I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah, guys, now you all can basically put Mandarin as your voice language option so that your favorite characters can speak that language. So, you know what? Very nice. Adjusted unlock timing of friendships. You can now accept. Oh, okay. So that means you don't have to complete all seven Grand Prix to access friendships. All right. Okay, that wouldn't really matter to me since I really completed this anyways. So, yeah. Change all CPU opponents icon to robots. In Legendary competition, CPU opponents who are not eligible to receive a rating will have the same platform icon as players, which some cases affects gameplay. CPU opponents in online modes will have a robot. Okay, you know what would have been better? Just remove the bots from Legendary competition. That just would have been better, right? Because imagine in a literal 12-player lobby where all of them are evils except for four players which are all bots. A player would have got 8th place and they would have already lose a ton of points. So do you know what you should do? Just remove bots. That's all you can do. Or just try to do something with the bots, bro. Okay? Like try to make it to the point where you get 8th place but you don't lose that much, you know? So that's a change I would pretty much make, you know. So I don't. So this right here, dude. Okay, we now have robot icons. Yeah, that one, dude. I don't give a shit, bro. I don't give a fuck on that. But yeah, just change the whole entirely of racing competition of including bots in there because it's literally very annoying. Do you support a device? DualSense wireless controllers are now supported on Steam and Epic Games. So, alright, to anyone who have this controller, it's good for you. Added Sega account features. Ah, okay. Okay, so you can see right here my mouse. You know, that's where the Sega account is. All right, all right. I think that's pretty. I think that's understandable. You know, Sega account registration placed the latest version of the games. Credits are now live. We have updated contents for future live operations. Alright, alright. Some bug fixes in courses. Wily Castle when firing rocket punch or other projectiles towards the jump panel. Alright. Fix an issue where CPU opponents could obtain unintended items where items were set to extreme. Okay, this is a pretty common issue that is currently happening, and it seems like Sega wasn't even making changes. But you know what? At least they're gonna be fixing the changes in here. But to be honest with you, why not just fix the changes like previously before you just make the changes in the new balance patch? It does not make sense, you know. Fix an issue when the appearance of CPU only team causes players to not be assigned to the third team. Alright. Not too sure what that means. I guess if you're playing one person but then your whole team is bots, then I guess that is a problem. Fix an issue when the transition animations that place when you erase change do not display correctly when the authors. I have no idea what that means, but auto select when to play option is off. Okay, I never had that issue before, but you know what? That's a pretty good issue. That's a pretty good change. Fix an issue when speed character kit gadget was listed as speed character 2 gadget for. Okay, interesting. Improve the simplified Chinese translation for Tango and Whisper. Alright. Additional minor gameplay issue were also fixed. We're committed to keeping this game fair and enjoyable to everyone. Our team will continue to improve gameplay based on your feedback. Thank you for your continued support on Sunrise Crossworlds. Alright. So, there are a couple of things I want to comment here before end stream. Not end stream, end video. My bad. Holy shit, I've been live streaming for too much. Well, that's not gonna be edited. Anyways, I think this balance change is okay, you know. However, dude, okay, double wing engine gets a little bit of rework. I think that's a good change. Definitely a good change. And also try to buff the tuner gadgets and the kit gadgets that have like stat upgrades. I think that's also a good change too. Especially since double wing engine is basically like dominating. That's also a good change. However, there's also a little bit more that I want to say, dude. Like, where are the item balances? Like, dude, where is the tornado balance? Where is the bomb balance? Where is the monster truck balance? Where all of this item balances? Like, where's the item balances, dude? None of them are literally there. They are a huge problem too that literally needs to be fixed. Like, literally ASAP. We have all been begging for an item rework, and there is literally not even one single item that is being changed in here. So, as compared to last time, the drill is being nerfed. I think that's reasonable, but this one there's literally no items, so so it kind of just kills a little bit. I guess the last balance changes were definitely better than this one, is to say the least. But this one is also good too. It's also good of a balance change. So you know what? I can't really complain except for the item balances. And not only that, Slipstream. Slipstream itself also kind of needs some changes too. And it's also not really introduced in here. Neither it has been introduced in the last balance changes except for like Excel character kit. But yeah, man, both of these issues is still a problem. So yeah, I hope in the next balance changes, they fix these issues, But the new gadgets itself, I'm not too sure if they're going to be broken. Doubling engine rework is good, and also buff to the tuner stat. The stat upgrade gadgets are also good. Okay, overall, this changes is, it's okay. It's alright. I wouldn't really complain this much. So, yeah. Anyways, I've been recording this for 25 minutes already, so I'm already done with all this. So, yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below on whether if you like this balance patch or balance changes. So, let me know if it's a W or which one is better. Is the last patch better or is this patch better? So, yeah, guys, that's it for today's video, and I hope you all have an amazing day today. So, yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. All right, peace out.